I'm sitting in the entrance of our new house here in rural Japan, which was about 20 years ago a community center for the area and is now our home.
こんにちは。
And when we tidied up everything and cleaned up,
We found a few very interesting things inside.
5 of these things I want to share with you. Plus another thing that we actually got from the neighbors for free. Besides the vegetables we got.
5 negi.
Let's go and have a look which nice things we found. All right, the first thing we forgot. Okay, the first thing that I also immediately realized, and I also talked a little about in my last video, is this amazing drum here. I'm gonna pick it up and, oh, it's really heavy. So this is a Japanese drum, and to be honest, I don't really know much about it. All I know is that it was exactly in the same place when we bought the house. When we came in and we had a look for the first time, I immediately saw it. And I think it's really beautiful. You can still play it, even though I don't really know how to play, but it is just cool. And if it's just standing, I think it's more than enough. So Yukari just told me that when they had the sports festival in the village, they were using this drum to cheer up. And they also used the flags that we found, which 3 of them we actually kept, and they're also pretty fun to play with. But that was kind of the vibe of that area here. There was a sports festival and they used this drum.
必勝。
Yeah, and it can be still used, right? Would be interesting to know how old it is actually. 書いてない. But for now, it's just like that. So this is the next thing that I wanted to share. And this is not only some sake, this is actually the sake that is made from the rice that has been harvested just around here. It is called Hinode tsuru. And tsuru is this bird here. These bottles are 1.8 liter and they are very common in Japan. And another note, it's not only the rice that has been harvested around here, it's actually the rice that the kind of owner of that place harvested, which is basically our neighbor up the hill. And I've been drinking it a little bit. And it's very delicious actually. But for now, maybe we're gonna use it for some cooking. And I think it's just really cool. I always wanted to have a bottle like this, even though I don't really drink it. But I think it's pretty nice, no? Cool. And then also there were these 2 bottles here, which I don't really know what this actually is. And I'm kind of afraid to open it. But there's some like gold plates on the bottom. But I think the person who got it thought the same, no? Like, damn, there's gold on the bottom, let's just keep it. And then this Ichigo Mugi Shochu. Ichigo. Ichigo. I didn't want to throw it away just like this. It was in the house, and maybe one day my German friends will visit me. And then next, in a very old special box, there was maybe, I don't know, 10 or 15 of these bowls here. And there was a piece of newspaper in there, which was really old. It doesn't say how old the box is, right? It only says the newspaper. Could be the box is like even older, right? 1981, this newspaper.
なんかあったんだね。なんか93 people died.
We kept 4 of them. And these are rice bowls.
丼だよね。
Donburi.
カツ丼とかさ。
You can put
親子丼。
But you could put rice also, right? Just rice.
Normally put something on the top then.
Put something on the top. Okay. Anyway, like 2 of the lids we are using for our little plants. But it's a kind of a nice memory to have them. As well as this teapot, which was looking pretty dirty in the beginning, but Yukari managed to clean it very nicely. It looks like almost new. And you can put some nice tea in here.
あ、クリーンだ。いいね。
It's really clean.
あ、ちょっと待って。
And then everything is standing on this beautiful piece of wood, which is a little bit bent now. But apparently this is a ginkgo tree. It's pretty heavy, and it was a chopping board before. A huge chopping board, right? So when they were eating here, they were using it, right? You can still see the cuts. This is the Japanese idori. I don't really know if they were using it a lot that time, but I think it just looks amazing. So that teapot here is made out of iron. It's a cast iron teapot. I think this is something really nice. When you have a teapot like this, you might have it your whole life and it lasts forever. It is pretty heavy and you can probably put around 2 liters in here. No, a little bit less maybe. Maybe a liter. Maybe more. When we went to Morioka, which is very famous for these cast iron pots, I remember going to a shop and seeing them, and I thought like, oh, one day I really want to have one of these pots.
かっこいいね。
And then we got this house here, and this pot was included. We tried to clean it already, but it's not so easy. So what we've done, what Yukari has done, is she's putting green tea, used green tea in there, and keeping it for a while. It still has some rust, so if we really want to use it, we might have to clean it a little bit more deeply. But for now, it is more of an accessory, something that just looks cool. That thing here is a stick that holds the teapot in the right position, and you can kind of adjust the height with that fish here. And you can put it lower. And it's hanging actually on a piece of wood that has been specifically made for this idori. So the 5th thing that I wanted to share with you is something pretty unusual for me as a German, and honestly I was pretty afraid. So Yukari was the one who dealt with this situation. And I'll show you where Yukari also found it the first time. So back here we have the oshire. Not oshiri, oshiri is ass. This is oshire. And then you can store all your things. So right now we have all our stuff in here. And then from there, you can lift a piece of wood. I'm not sure if I heard a mouse just now. And you can go up on the ceiling. And then when we realized while cleaning that you can just remove it and have a look, we used the flashlight and we looked. And then Yukari found it. Oh my god, it's so crazy. 30 centimeters times at least almost another 30 centimeters, 25. So 30 times 25, a hornet nest. Yukari found some small other nests around the big one. So we still have some small nests and you can sometimes see them also from outside. We removed as much as possible and then hopefully next summer, they are not coming back too much. But that's just crazy. Wow, it's like this energy of this thing. So in Japan, we've seen, or in, for example, Yukari's parents' house, in the entrance, they have one of these as treasure.
なんかグッドラックみたいなサインじゃなかったっけ
So in Japan, people are keeping them, and it means good luck, money coming in. Oh, we should have kept it. Our money flying away.
Well, we can keep it.
Let's still keep it like this. Wow, it's so crazy. Even like looking at it, we've seen people actually selling them also, no? When they are in a beautiful condition. And then this thing, which I put on top, is like an old school backpack, an old school Japanese backpack, which I will use in the summer or in the spring to go to the mountain and collect like some mountain herbs. Another thing we've got from a neighboring house, which they cleaned up, are those miso barrels. We have a few of them here and a few of them on the other side of the house, and we are going to use them to plant trees and other plants. And I think, so they wanted to throw them away, and when I asked them if we can just have them, they were really happy. And I think they are super cool. They are made from wood. We have them in many different sizes here.
That's so cool, man.
With lids also. And people used to make miso in there. One of the Japanese dishes. And we also want to make some miso. We might not use these barrels, but I think as planters for some new nice plants, I think they are really nice. These are a few of the things that we found in this house, besides lots of cushions, a lot of tables, way more glasses and lots of other stuff, which we brought to the rubbish place here because we don't need so many cushions and glasses and tables. Yeah, we throw away everything except the fridge. To throw away a fridge in Japan, you have to go to the post office first. Japanese things in general can be very cool. And I think old Japanese things with a little history are even more cool. We are not only lucky to have this house, but we are also lucky to have things that we can reuse in our daily life. Sometimes reusing is better than buying new. Even though now some stuff we have to buy new. So which of these things I showed you like the most? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, that's it. Okay.